আরানা করিহ মানে আশা শ্রী গুরু চরণে রাতি ऐसे उताव मागती जे प्रसारे पूरे सर्वा आशा जगदान दिलो जे जन्मे जन्मे प्रभु से दिव्य ज्ञान हृदय प्रकाशित प्रेम भक्ति यहाँ होते अविद्या विनाश जते वेद गजहर चरित श्री गुरु करुणा सिंधु आदम जनार बंधु श्री गुरु लोकेनाथ लोकेरा जीवाना लोकेनाथ लोकेरा जीवाना प्रभु करो दया देह मोदे पाद छाया प्रभु करो दया देह मोदे पाद छाया हे बेग्यास कुशुक त्रिभुवाना हे बेग्यास कुशुक त्रिभुवाना शिला प्रभुपाद पतित पावना जय प्रभुपादा 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 जय प्रभुपादा जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pastatyadeshatarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta-vrinda. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta-vrinda. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta-vrinda. Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare. Jaya Radha Radhanath Radha Radhanath Radhe. Jaya Radhe Jaya Radhe Jaya Radhe Jaya Shri Radhe. Gaura Hari. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur Hari Bol.
Ki Jai, Shri Giriraj Govardhan Ki, Srila Prabhupada Ki. Welcome, dear devotees. We're going to now recite the translation of Damodarastakam, thereafter sing it, and then offer lamps. Devotees, as soon as you offer your lamps, there's a table set up at the back. Kindly place those lamps there. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
To the Supreme Lord, whose form is the embodiment of eternal existence, knowledge and bliss, whose shark-shaped earrings are swimming to and fro, and who is beautifully shining in the divine realm of Gokul, who, due to the offense of breaking the pot of yogurt that his mother was churning into butter, and then stealing the butter that was kept hanging from a swing, is quickly running from the wooden grinding mortar in fear of Mother Yashoda, but who has been caught from behind by her who ran after him with greatest speed. To that Supreme Lord Sri Damodar, I offer my humble obeisances. Seeing the whooping stick in his mother's hand, he is crying and rubbing his eyes again and again with his two lotus hands. His eyes are filled with fear, and the necklace of pearls around his neck, which is marked with the 3 lines like a conch shell, is shaking because of his quick breathing due to crying. To the Supreme Lord Sri Damodar, whose belly is bound not with ropes, but with his mother's pure love, I offer my humble obeisances. By such childhood pastimes as this, he is drowning the inhabitants of Gokul in pools of ecstasy, and is revealing to those devotees who are absorbed in knowledge of his supreme majesty and opulence that he is only conquered by devotees whose pure love is imbued with intimacy and is free from all conceptions of awe and reverence. With great love, I again offer my obeisances to Lord Damodar hundreds and hundreds of times. O Lord, although you are able to give all kinds of benedictions, I do not pray to you for the boon of impersonal liberation, nor the highest liberation of eternal life in Vaikuntha, nor any other boon which may be obtained by executing the 9 processes of bhakti. O Lord, I simply wish that this form of yours as Bal Gopal in Vrindavan may ever be manifest in my heart. For what is the use to me of any other boon besides this? O Lord, your lotus face, which is encircled by locks of soft black hair tinged with red, is kissed again and again by Mother Yashoda, and your lips are reddish like the bimba fruit. May this beautiful vision of your lotus face be ever manifest in my heart. Thousands and thousands of other benedictions are of no use to me. O Supreme Godhead, I offer my obeisances unto you. O Damodar, O Ananta, O Vishnu, O Master, O my Lord, be pleased upon me. By showering your glance of mercy upon me, deliver this poor ignorant fool who is immersed in an ocean of worldly sorrows and become visible to my eyes. O Lord Damodar, just as the 2 sons of Kuver, Manigriva and Nalakuvara, were delivered from the curse of Narad and made into great devotees by you in your form as a baby, tied with a rope to a wooden grinding mortar, in the same way, please give to me your own Prema Bhakti. I only long for this and have no desire for any kind of liberation. O Lord Damodar, I first of all offer my obeisances to the brilliantly effulgent rope which binds your belly. I then offer my obeisances to your belly, which is the abode of the entire universe. I humbly bow down to your most beloved Srimati Radharani, and I offer all obeisances to you, the Supreme Lord who displays unlimited pastimes. Shri Kartik Maas ki, Shri Damodar Astakam ki.
नमामीश्वरं सच्चिदानन्दरूपं लसत्कुण्डालं गोकुले व्रजमानम् यशोदाभियोलोकालाधवमानं परं हृष्टम् अत्यन्ततो धृत्यगोप्या रुदन्तमुहुर्नेत्रयुग्मं मृजान्तां करं भुजायुग्मेन सातङ्कनेत्रम् मुहुस्वासकं पाद्रीरे कङ्ककण्ठा स्थिताग्रीवं दामोदरं भक्तिबाधाम् इति दृक्स्वालीलाभिरानन्दकुण्डे स्वघोषं नीमाजान्तमाख्यपयन्तम् तदीये सिताग्न्येषु भक्तिर्जितात्वां पुनः प्रेमातास्तां सतावृत्ति वन्दे वरं देवा मोक्षं न मोक्षावधिं वा न चान्यं व्रीणेऽहं वारे शदपीहा इदं ते वपूर्णाता गोपालबालं सदा मे मानस्य वीरास्तं किमन्ये इदं ते मूकं भोजम् अत्यन्तनीले धृतं कुन्तालै स्निग्धारक्तश्च गोप्या मुहुस्कुम्भितां बिम्बारक्ताधरां मे मनस्य वीरास्तामालं लक्षलाभय नमो देव दामोदरानन्त विष्णो प्रसीद प्रभो दुःखजालब्धिमग्नम् कृपादृष्टिवृष्याति दिनं बतानो गृहाणे क्षमामग्नामे दक्षिदृश्य कुबेरात्माजो बाधा मूर्त्येव याद्वा त्वया मोचितो भक्तिभाजो कृतो च तथा प्रेम भक्तिं स्वाकामि प्रयच्छ न मोक्षिग्राहो मेऽस्ति दामोदरेह नमस्तेस्तु दाम्ने स्फुरदीप्तिदाम्ने त्वदीयोदाराय विश्वस्य दाम्ने नमो राधिकाय त्वदीया प्रियाय नमो अनन्तलीलाय देवाय तुभ्याम् नमो राधिकाय त्वदीया प्रियाय नमो अनन्तलीलाय देवाय तुभ्याम् नमो राधिकाय त्वदीया प्रियाय नमो अनन्तलीलाय देवाय तुभ्याम् जय राधा दामोदर राधा दामोदर राधे जय राधा राधनाथ राधा राधनाथ राधे जय राधे जय राधे जय राधे जय श्री राधे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Radha, Radhanath Radha, Radhanath Radhe. Jaya Radha, Radhanath Radha, Radhanath Radhe. Jaya Giri Govardhan, Giri Govardhan, Giri Govardhan, Jaya Giri Govardhan. Jaya Gaura Hari, Gaura Hari, Gaura Hari, Jaya Gaura Hari. Nitai Gauranga, Jaya Nitai Gauranga. Nitai Gauranga, Jaya Nitai Gauranga. Nitai Gauranga, Jaya Gaura Hari. Nitai Gauranga, Jaya Gaura Hari. Gaura, Gaura, Gaura Hari. Gaura, Gaura, Gaura Hari. Nitai Gauranga, Jaya Gaura Hari. Nitai Gauranga, Jaya Gaura Hari. Jaya Gaura Nitai, Gaura Nitai, Gaura Nitai, Jaya Gaura Nitai. Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Prabhupada. श्री राधा राधानाथ राधा दामोदर की जय, श्री कार्तिक मास की जय।
जायों विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर सतश्री श्रीमद His Divine Grace श्रीला भाई चरणारविंद भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। जायों विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर सतश्री श्रीमद His Divine Grace शिला भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी ठाकुर महाराज प्रभुपाद की जय। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। नाम आचार्य श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की जय। प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवास आदि गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरी गोवर्धन की जय। श्री नवद्वीप मायापुर धाम की जय। श्री मथुरा वृंदावन धाम की जय। गंगा माई की जय, यमुना माई की जय, भक्ति देवी की जय, तुलसी महारानी की जय, सामवेद भक्त वृंद की जय। निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि बोल। All glories to the assembled devotees, Hare Krishna. All glories to the assembled devotees, Hare Krishna. All glories to the assembled devotees, Hare Krishna. All glories to the lotus feet of Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga. All glories to Srila Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna to one and all. A very warm welcome to each and every one of you to our Sunday Love Feast program. Thank you for joining us on this very beautiful Sunday morning. It is my privilege and honor to introduce to you all today's guest speaker, His Grace Jagadananda Pandit Prabhu. His Grace Jagadananda Pandit Prabhu is a grand disciple of His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, who is the founder Acharya of the International Society for Krishna Consciousness. Prabhuji was initiated by His Holiness Bhakti Charu Swami over 30 years ago and has been associated with ISKCON since the 1970s. Prabhu has served on various local and international ISKCON projects. He gives wonderfully astute classes on various spiritual topics. In the secular world, he is a medical doctor, a general practitioner in a private practice in Pinetown. Her Grace Jai Shri Devi Dasi is Prabhuji's good wife, and they have two wonderful children, Swasti and Yashdil. The topic for today is the art of mind control. So just like how Prabhu every day sees to people's physical ailments in this material body, today he will help us with our spiritual ailments, with our spiritual life. I kindly request for everyone to please switch off your cell phones or change them to silent mode. Let's give a huge round of applause for His Grace Jagadananda Pandit Prabhu.
So, Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Very warm welcome to each and every one of you. Such a privilege and pleasure to have you at this auspicious location during this most special of all times, month of Damodar. Today's topic is the art of mind control. Dear devotees, every single day we are swamped by a litany of competing forces that are vying for our attention. In other words, it's trying to influence our minds and ultimately take control of it. That which controls your mind controls you. Sri Krishna and Srila Prabhupada have some very auspicious and transcendental words for both you and me. So let's say the invocation prayers to Bhagavad Gita, and then we'll dive deeper into this topic. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So we have selected for today's contemplation chapter 6 of Bhagavad Gita entitled Dhyana Yoga. Text number 35. So please listen carefully. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha. Who says this? Who is saying this? Yeah, that's the word. But who is saying it? No. Who is saying this? Sanjaya, correct. Sanjaya is speaking. So Sanjaya is saying, listen carefully. The Supreme Personality of Godhead is speaking. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha. Asamsayam mahabaho mano durnigraham chalam abhyashena tu kaunteya vairagyena cha griyate. The translation by His Divine Grace reads, Lord Shri Krishna said, O mighty armed son of Kunti, it is undoubtedly very difficult to curb the restless mind, but it is possible by suitable practice and by detachment. So please repeat the translation after me. Lord Shri Krishna said, O mighty armed son of Kunti, it is undoubtedly very difficult to curb the restless mind. But it is possible by suitable practice and by detachment. The purport now by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. The difficulty of controlling the obstinate mind, as expressed by Arjuna, is accepted by the personality of Godhead. But at the same time, he suggests that by practice and detachment, it is possible. What is that practice? In the present age, no one can observe the strict rules and regulations of placing oneself in a sacred place, focusing the mind on the supersoul, restraining the senses and mind, observing celibacy, remaining alone, etc. By the practice of Krishna consciousness, however, one engages in 9 types of devotional service to the Lord. The first and foremost of such devotional engagements is hearing about Krishna. This is a very powerful transcendental method for purging the mind of all misgivings. The more one hears about Krishna, the more one becomes enlightened and detached from everything that draws the mind away from Krishna. By detaching the mind from activities not devoted to the Lord, one can very easily learn vairagya. Vairagya means detachment from matter and engagement of the mind in spirit. Impersonal spiritual detachment is more difficult than attaching the mind to the activities of Krishna. This is practical because by hearing about Krishna, one becomes automatically attached to the Supreme Spirit. This attachment is called Paresha Anubhav, spiritual satisfaction. It is just like the feeling of satisfaction a hungry man has for every morsel of food he eats. The more one eats while hungry, the more one feels satisfaction and strength. Similarly, by discharge of devotional service, one feels transcendental satisfaction as the mind becomes detached from material objectives. It is something like curing the disease by expert treatment and appropriate diet. Hearing of the transcendental activities of Lord Krishna is therefore expert treatment for the mad mind. And eating the foodstuff offered to Krishna is the appropriate diet for the suffering patient. This treatment is the process of Krishna consciousness. One paragraph bomb of a purport. Isn't it? This is Srila Prabhupada. Wow. Jai Srila Prabhupada. So the translation again. Please repeat. Lord Sri Krishna said, O mighty armed son of Kunti, O mighty armed son of Kunti, it is undoubtedly very difficult to curb the restless mind. But it is possible by suitable practice and by detachment. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhistam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vancha Kalpatirubhyascha Kripa Sindhubevacha Patitanam Pavinibhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Galadhara Shiva Shadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So chapter 6 of Bhagavad Gita is called Dhyana Yoga. Dhyan means meditation or contemplation, very deep focused attention on any subject matter. Interestingly, Srila Prabhupada has retained the original Sanskrit names for only 3 of the chapters in Bhagavad Gita. Very interesting. So there's a point in that. Prabhupada wants us to remember this and meditate on it. The other 2 chapters that he has retained is Karma Yoga in chapter 3, and chapter 5 is similarly Karma Yoga, action in Krishna consciousness. Okay. So, the setting, Krishna is speaking here, right? But we need to understand the setting. Just before this, the verse preceding this, Arjuna says, Chanchalam hi mana Krishna, famous shloka, in which he explains, and this is very sweetly done by Arjuna, that the mind is more difficult to control than the wind. So who can control the wind? Can any person, any human being control the wind? No, it's impossible. So what Arjuna is in effect saying, Oh Krishna, you are asking me to do not just the impossible, but you are asking me to do something that is more than the impossible. Because he's saying it's easier to control the wind, which is impossible. Got it? So, how nicely you saying, Krishna, you know what? Forget it. For me, this is beyond me. Now just see how Krishna answers the question. Very sweet. And the nuances of the language is also important to appreciate, right? So Krishna says, let's read it again. And we'll focus on that. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha. Asamsayam Mahabaho. Mahabaho means, O mighty armed one. Mighty armed. Armed means carrying weapons. Not like big muscles. That too he has, but the mighty armed is carrying all kinds of sophisticated weaponry, Arjuna, in this battle. And this, he is not just simply carrying them for show. He is highly accomplished in wielding such weapons. So he has mastery over them. So Krishna is saying, hey, you who's spent so much time mastering these sophisticated weapons, and you are in many respects better than the best with some of those weapons. And then he says, addresses him as Konteya, O son of Kunti. His mother is celebrated as that personality who has controlled her senses. So he's saying, you may think it's impossible. Krishna is saying, you may think it's impossible by the use of these two words, O Mahabaho. What you have done, you have already accomplished the impossible in your field of expertise. And so has your mother. So why don't you look at those examples around you before you simply say it's impossible? Yeah, so Krishna, understanding Arjuna's premise at the beginning that the mind to control is impossible. It's easier to control the wind than Krishna. Come on, give me a break. And Krishna, understanding that Arjuna is saying it's impossible, Krishna says, hey Arjun, it is undoubtedly very difficult, but it is possible. Shri Shri Radha Radhanath ki jai, Shriman Mahaprabhu ki jai, Giriraj Govardhan ji ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Okay, so Krishna is saying it's undoubtedly very difficult. Krishna is not saying it's impossible. It's undoubtedly very difficult to curb the restless mind, but it is possible. And then Krishna drops the caveats. How? How? It's possible by suitable practice and by detachment. So here's your answer. So then Prabhupada goes into the purport, straight into the purport, and Prabhupada is explaining what is that suitable practice. And Prabhupada is saying the first of these 9 practices is hearing about Krishna. So simply if you attentively hear, you'll accomplish complete mind control. That's all it's required. Attentive hearing. Simply by hearing, and by the second requirement is detachment. Then Prabhupada is also explaining the definition of vairagya in this purport, which is that one repositions where the senses are directed. Take it away from its objects of the attachment and position them at Krishna's lotus feet. That detachment means moving them away from the material objects and taking them to Krishna. The Katha Upanishad gives a wonderful analogy of how to understand the interrelationships between the body, the mind, the soul, the intelligence, the senses, and so on. Picture a beautiful chariot with 5 powerful horses at the head. And the chariot driver is the intelligence. The charioteer is the intelligence. Those 5 powerful horses are your 5 gross senses. And connected between the horses and the chariot driver is sometimes what's called a driving instrument. But with the horses, that will be the reins. The reins. So the intelligence is holding the reins, and the reins are connected to those horses, the senses. Seated in the back, because a chariot has no utility unless it's taking someone, right? What's the point of a chariot driver? Or you have a motor vehicle and your driver is just moving around the vehicle. There's no point. But seated in that vehicle at the back is the soul, you, the living entity. So wherever this chariot is going is determined by what? Is determined by where the horses are going. And where the horses go and at what pace they go is determined by the chariot driver, the charioteer who is holding onto the reins. So if for some reason there are no reins, let's say the reins have been cut off, what you can picture the scene. This is what we call the unbridled horses now. No control. And if it's going down the hill, it's just going to go crazy. This is a disaster waiting to happen. Not if it's going to happen. It either has happened already or it's about to happen. So when you have the senses without being controlled by the intelligence, then the mind, which in this example is the reins, the mind is the reins. The result is just madness, chaos. In the prelude to this talk, we spoke about some competing forces that are vying for your attention. And briefly, let's mention a few so that we all get the idea. I'm sure you all know them, but I want to highlight a few. Television. What is doing to you? Movies. The news channels. The people who are owning the news channels are all trying to draw your attention and influence your opinion in one way or the other. The sports that goes on. Because remember, that which controls your mind controls you. Just see how these things are going on. There's an unlimited bombardment of these stimuli, and unless we're not alert, awake, and conscious, we will just get overwhelmed by what's happening all around us. Smart people, a long time ago, demonic smart people, don't think demons are dumb, right? Demons are very smart. They're smarter than most. Demonic people have very long ago figured out that if we capture your mind, if we indoctrinate you with some crazy political belief system or some religious or pseudo-religious thoughts, we just plant them into you surreptitiously and allow them to be fed through all these different channels, then you will become a puppet in their hands, a plaything, a toy, to be manipulated. Oh yes, you go to war and you fight your neighbor, you kill him and he'll kill you. This is what happens. This result is madness. The symptoms of an unbridled mind are what? Lust, anger, greed, envy, hatred, illusion, ignorance, and ultimately madness. These are the symptoms. To the extent that we have those within us, to that extent we have the lack of mind control, or to that extent we are diseased. So this is a matter of deep introspection. Kartik is such a time that we all go deep within ourselves and we all look to see what are our faults, What are our impediments? What can we do to rectify ourselves? Drug addictions are another kind of mind control. Now you may think, oh, I don't do hectic drugs. You may think that, but do you know, like fizzy drinks are specifically engineered so that you get addicted to it? Did you know that? True. Like 1 liter of Coke has 25 tablespoons of sugar. 1 liter of Coke has 25 tablespoons. So it creates the sugar addiction. And then they cleverly camouflage this super sweet taste with other chemicals so that it doesn't appear so sweet after all. I told you these demons are very smart. Really. They con us just like that. You blink and you're gone. The breakfast cereals that you have, do you know they impregnated with substances so that every day you want the same breakfast cereal? So-called brand loyalty. It's true. So don't think, oh, I'm not a drug addict. I'm not smoking, I'm not drinking, I'm not doing, heroin, and I'm not doing wunga, I'm not doing any of these things. But we are all addicts. And this is mind control. This is mind control. Prabhupada is very powerfully stating in this purport, and there's a line here that I love, that the more you try to satisfy your senses, the more one becomes dissatisfied. This is something you should hang on your doorway. So every time you pass the doorway, you read it in your mind. You'll read it. The more one tries to satisfy their senses, the more one becomes dissatisfied. This is a sutra. If we understand this cardinal point, and if that realization comes, our spiritual life will get propelled, will get turbocharged in a very positive direction. Many of us have, sometimes for years even, we get stuck on a plateau in spiritual life. We remain there, right? And we're thinking, yeah, okay, we're comfortable, we're okay, but we're not making any real progress. And in the vast majority of cases, it is this central point that needs to be addressed. You may have heard that expression, and this is even in the Western world, this expression is there, that make the mind your friend, or it'll become your worst enemy. You heard that? Or it'll become your worst nightmare. Thus, did you know the origination of this famous quote is Bhagavad Gita? It's in the same chapter, Dhyana Yoga, chapter 6, which is focused exclusively on teaching us how to think. Everyone thinks, right? So therefore, many people automatically conclude that we know how to think. Very far removed from the truth. Because somebody can open their mouth and make some sound doesn't make them a kirtan leader, for example. Needs training. It needs proper engagement. So, Bhagavad Gita teaches us in this chapter in particular on how to think. Not simply to think, but how. Knowledge is powerful. Transcendental knowledge is the most powerful. There is nothing greater than transcendental knowledge. Because transcendental knowledge empowers you to make rational choices. You then can determine how you apply that knowledge and see the result. The biggest problem with most of us is that we don't know what we don't know. We don't know what we don't know. If you knew the areas that you don't know, you can manage it. Like for example, with me now, I'm not a lover of repairing motor cars. A small thing happens to my car, go to the agency or go take it to the mechanic. I don't want to open the hood, dirty my hands, mess around with it. Although it may be a simple thing to solve, I'd rather somebody else. But if I wanted to, I could master it. Because I know I don't know this subject, mechanics. I can go and study it and I can master it. I know I can do it. But I don't want to do it. So I know what I don't know. So if you know what you don't know, you can do something about it. But the problem with most is that we don't know what we don't know. That by far is the biggest area of lack of knowledge. And therefore, with a humble mind and a non-judgmental attitude, we sit in front of giants like Sri Krishna. Nobody is greater than him, the biggest of all giants, and we hear. And by hearing, Krishna is making it so easy, so simple. Just by hearing, Krishna says, you are serving me. Just by hearing transcendental sound vibration, Krishna says, I accept that as service. How simple can it be? So, at every opportunity, try to hear. We can hear in classes, we can hear from the acharyas and the books, we can hear from lectures, we can hear from authorized other scriptural books, so on and so forth. So hear all the time. Just make it a point to hear. The Prabhupada is mentioning that if the senses are unbridled, then it's leading over a precipice. So there's no hope. It's a hopeless situation. And for most people who have no contact with the Hare Krishna movement, they are all enamored by the senses, and their entire life is focused on how to please their senses. A hedonistic way of existence. In the second category, Prabhupada raises a point. So what happens if you do not now redirect your senses to him, to Krishna himself, but you redirect it to the impersonal spirit? The impersonal spirit means, we understand that God is powerful, we understand that he is some energy, some light, we understand that everything is God, and you and I are God, and so on and so forth. So when we think like that, Prabhupada is saying, yes, you can think like that and want to worship, but the problem is two things. One is that it's more difficult. It's in this purport. Right? You don't have to read the whole book. Read this purport. It's everything in the purport. And I give you the reference. It's chapter 6, text 35. Says that it's very difficult. So why would you choose a more difficult path if something is simple? And second thing, Prabhupada mentions in the same sentence, with the second part of the sentence, he says that by worshipping Krishna, by hearing about Krishna, one develops direct attachment to Krishna. So hearing about Krishna leads to enlightenment, it leads to detachment from material world, but it also leads to direct attachment to Krishna. Just by hearing. Just by hearing. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, in the 7th canto, 5th chapter, texts 23 and 24, the reference is given, so that you can read it and you can get it, of the 9 processes, the 9 different limbs of devotional service. And here Prabhupada is highlighting the first of it only. And that's enough, just hearing about Krishna. So now someone may ask, what if I do a little devotional service, but I also do like some things for my senses, something, now and then. We want a balanced life. We want to live a life of moderation and this and that, right? So that's the argument. We want to present something like that. So that's the question. What happens? What is that situation? It's a nice question, right? Probably applicable to every one of us, or, almost every one of us. So Prabhupada gives a beautiful answer. And he says that it is like trying to ignite a wood whilst simultaneously pouring water over it. So you think that's going to work? Of course not. Not going to work. And hence we're in trouble. So earlier I mentioned how we get stuck on a plateau in spiritual life. And we find that, we've been coming or we've been practicing, we're trying this, and something is holding us back. We can't get forward. So this is because we are trying to ignite the wood while simultaneously pouring water. And then Prabhupada says that, listen, if you simply give up trying to appease your senses, it is like a starving person who, when given even a tiny morsel of food, he eats it with such great relish. And with each morsel and each mouthful thereafter, he is rejuvenated, gaining his strength, but also relishing those tastes. The joy of Krishna consciousness, the charm, the beauty, the rasayana, the tonic, the spirit, rests in this simple edict. That reposition. Understand, these senses are not ours. These senses, we are not the body. So if we're not the body, how the senses can be ours? But that's an elementary understanding. A little deeper understanding will say, yes, I know I'm not this body, but this senses belongs to Krishna. So therefore, let me engage the body and all its components in Krishna's sense, in Krishna's satisfaction. After all, it is his to start off with. Why should I remain a thief? And simply by doing that, it's a transformation of our lives. By the way, that is the real understanding of moksha. That's the real understanding of liberation. Liberation happens when we are no longer subjected to the sways of the senses. This is the month of Kartik, where there's so many opportunities for devotional service. And not only are there opportunities to hear about Krishna Katha all the time, but the benefits that are conferred upon a serious aspirant during this month is multifold. It's amplified. So no longer 1 + 1 is 2. 1 + 1 is like 1 million now. And 1. So this is what happens in Kartik. So, we want to take full advantage of this. Every year, many devotees use Kartik as a springboard. They will make some sacrifices during Kartik. They'll increase the number of rounds they chant. They will give up some unwanted, dirty habit. They would restrict their eating, and they'll engage more, read more, hear more, chant more, do some service in the temple, serve the devotees. So something, go on pilgrimage. So every year you have that kind of mindset to the devotees. So a very powerful way to assess what your last year has been like and what you are mapping out for the next year. After all, this process is a continuum. We are meant to advance in spiritual consciousness to the point where we become purified. Prabhupada speaks about purification of the mind. Cheto Darpana Marjanam. Cleansing the mind of all its misgivings. The misgivings result in sin. Lust, anger, greed, hatred, envy, all these things result in sin. You know, in this Damodar Leela, you have Mother Yashoda binding Krishna, baby Krishna, with the ropes of love. The dim reflection of that in the material world is Maya Devi binding the living entities with the ropes of lust. The hard, tight knots that had tied Krishna together was undone by whom? Who knows? Who untied Krishna? Yes. Oh, Jai Sachidananda. Hare Krishna. Nanda Maharaj. Krishna's father untied him. This is representing that Krishna could only be untied by a liberated soul. Similarly, we have to reach the point of liberation in order to become unbound by the tight knots that are binding us to this material world. With the sword of knowledge, cut a swathe through the dense jungle of ignorance. This is another powerful teaching from Bhagavad Gita. This Kartik, these blessings are conferred upon every one of us. But it's up to us to take it now. You have it. It's here. It's available. Just take full advantage of it and make your lives supremely successful in this lifetime. We just got a few more sleeps to go, as the kids say these days. My kids don't say that. Dad, there's 3 more sleeps before you come and visit me or this or that. So we got few more sleeps before we'll sleep no more. And for most of us, that number is a reality. You know, that eventuality is happening. You know, we can feel it. It's going to happen sooner rather than later. How many people you know that lives beyond 100 in your life, in your family and so on? And then you go beyond 90. Then you say beyond 80. Then beyond 75, beyond 70. You'll see those numbers are very few. Don't think you will beat those odds. Don't think. Don't think you have time. You have no time. So, the art of mind control is very simply and succinctly in one paragraph of one purport revealed. To reposition the senses using the power of intelligence that is gleaned from transcendental knowledge to rein in all the senses. So the mind is thus conquered, and the mind becomes one best friend. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. We have a few questions we'll try to answer. Prabhu Hare Krishna, why are modern mankind killing their own children? In Kali Yuga, it is said that the demigods are lining up to take birth in pious families and in devotee families. But at the same time, the demons are also lining up to take birth. So most of the population today, unfortunately, are asuric. And therefore, what can you expect? Can you expect any better? And the deeper message from this question is that this is not our home. People are doing all kinds of horrible things here. They're killing their own children. They're eating their mothers. Imagine that. How abhorrent is that? You think? Will you think? People are eating their own mothers. Cow killing is going on unabated in the world. Children are beating up their parents to steal their pension money so that they can buy drugs. Is one example that I encounter very regularly. And I have to treat the old pensioners for their injuries. And when I ask them, what happened? You know, these are unusual injuries you have. And then they explain, no, my son or my daughter did this because they were demanding my pension money. This is crazy. This is the madness that comes about from an unbridled mind, where the connection between the intelligence and the senses does no longer exist. It has been severed. So when the mind is out of sync, so-called modern mankind, as this person says, creates a very horrible and atmosphere with everyone, or not everyone, with most people doing ugra karma. You know, they do activities that are just horrible. Sorry, Prabhuji? Sure, please. Thank you, Jai Sachidan Prabhu. Give him the mic.
Yeah, that question, why are parents
Killing their own children.
Yeah, parents see the children as investment, and to rear a child from birth, to put him to school. Nowadays, it's put him university. It's like a whole, isn't very big sacrifice for the parents, and they see they want something back, so they put so much pressure on the child that the child has to, come up to expectations, and sometimes the child can't make it, and they're suicidal, and they become dysfunctional, and so many, things happen.
Takes two to tango, right? Yeah. So you can't just blame the children, but yeah, we're not blaming the children. We're blaming the dearth of spiritual understanding. That is the real issue that's causing everything. And here, I think this person is also talking about abortions as well, killing the kids in the womb. So all these things are in the same category. But you're right, it's both sides. What would you expect? Asuras, for their pastime, what they would do. Asuras would fight with each other and chop each other's limbs off and things, just as a pastime, just like, entertainment value. You see that in the movie, but they do that in real life. They'll be fighting with each other. Then, something will happen. They'll redirect that same energy into killing somebody else. Or let's go and steal this, let's go and do that, let's go and do this. So this is the chaos and madness in society. The lack of dharma, the lack of Sanatan dharma. That's the result, the consequence. Because karma breeds more bad karma. And it's a downward spiral into a hopeless situation. So I was saying the answer is that this is not our home. Leave this place. Make arrangements post haste to go back home, to go back to the spiritual world from whence you have come. You will never have any of these things there. Place which is free of any anxiety. It's Vaikunta. Kunta means anxiety, and Akunta means the place which is free of such anxiety. What are the practical ways to calm the mind and curb anger, reactive behavior? Prabhupada is saying, start by hearing. Start by hearing about Krishna. Start by hearing. And start engaging in more and more of those 9 processes of devotional service. Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam. So, engage in Kirtan. Chant the holy name and hear the holy name and engage with the devotees. Remember all the transcendental activities, pastimes, paraphernalia, fame, name, and associates of the Supreme Lord. And so on, right? I gave you the reference. Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 7, Chapter 5, text number 23 and 24. So please note it down. That means 2 things. One is that you should have a Bhagavatam set. If you don't have it, this is the right time to get it. Everyone, please, without a Bhagavatam, you can't pursue spiritual life. You have to have the standard, right? Everybody is speaking. You even what I'm saying, you have to verify it. You have to see, hey, this guy is speaking, it sounds plausible, but is it really the real deal? So check it out for yourself. That's when you become sure-footed in your spiritual life. That's when the knowledge becomes more alive for you, becomes real. So therefore, please look at these references. Make it a point to read Bhagavatam. Okay, what are the practical ways? That's we answered, right? You got it? Here, just follow these 9 processes, starting from hearing. The demon people have created addictive games on their cell phones. Whoa, this is a nice question. I can see it already. What advice do you have for our teen children, as currently in teen years they have stopped chanting and are enamored by this drug? I agree 100% that the biggest addiction now is social media. You see, right at the beginning of this presentation we said, that which captures your time captures your control. So that's how you know. To the extent certain thing is stealing your time, to that extent that has control over you. So here's the point. So what we're going to do practically, these addictive games. We have to find a positive alternative. You yourself have to experience the joy of Krishna consciousness before you can give it to others. And therefore, we have to become sincere in our practice. And we have to apply the principles of the process, chanting 16 rounds every day, following the 4 regulative principles, and doing some practical devotional service. That's it. That's all it's going to take. And when you do that, then children learn from you not by what you tell them. They learn from you by what they see. So if they don't see you chanting, if they don't see that you get up early in the morning, if they don't see that, you are observing, if they see you full of lust, anger, greed, hatred, envy, illusion, madness, you think they're going to be influenced and they think they're going to be inspired by you? Forget it. So set the example. Starting point. Set the example. If you don't have kids, if you don't have people, then you have to set the example for others. Your friends, your neighbors, your colleagues at work. And then we have to take it out into the greater community. Because by the presence of the devotees, we purify the atmosphere. Devotees will change the world. And again, the world will become a beautiful place. Shri Shri Radha Radhanath ki, Shriman Mahaprabhu ki, Srila Prabhupada ki, Grantaraj Bhagavad Gita ki, back home, back to Godhead ki, Gaur Premanande.
Thank you so much, Prabhu, for such a beautiful class. such profound points and so much of knowledge that each and every one of us will take home over this most auspicious month of Kartik. It's been such a spiritually uplifting class. So I just have a few announcements. The book table has new books. There's a whole variety of books. So please, as you'll step out later from the temple, stop and have a look. Take advantage of all the new books that are on display. The love feast prepared today was by the Prasad family led by His Grace Narahari Prabhu and team. A huge round of applause to them. Thank you very much to Narahari Prabhu and his team. The 23rd of November, which is Thursday, is Ekadasi. It is also Srila Gaur Kishore Das Babaji's disappearance day, so it'll be fasting till noon. Bhishma Panchak also begins on the 23rd of November, as well as Tulsi Viva. So just a kind reminder about Thursday's auspicious events. We will now move on to observing Aarti and having melodious Kirtan. Thank you once again to each and every one of you for joining us for today's Sunday Love Feast program. Safe travels back home, and we look forward to seeing each and every one of y'all next week Sunday. Hare Krishna.
Devotee, just a quick word, sorry. Tomorrow is also Gopastami. This is Krishna's graduation ceremony. Krishna graduates from a calf herd boy, where he was tending all the calves, and on this day he gets permission to now go out with the cows. So that's tomorrow. We're observing that festival of Gopastami tomorrow. Hare Krishna. Thank you, brother.
Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prastaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine Vishnupadaya. Namaste Saraswate Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunyavadhi Paschitya Deshatarine. Everybody, please clap your hands. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shrivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shrivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda.
Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. He Govinda, He Gopal, Keshav Madhav Dina Daya. He Govinda, He Gopal, Keshav Madhav Dina Daya. दीन दयाल प्रभु दीन दयाल, दीन दयाल प्रभु दीन दयाल. दीन दयाल प्रभु दीन दयाल, दीन दयाल प्रभु दीन दयाल. श्याम सुंदर कन्हैयालाल, गिरिवरधारी नंद दुलाल. सुंदर कन्हैयालाल, नंद दुलार प्रभु नंद दुलार, नंद दुलार प्रभु नंद दुलार. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Everybody, please clap your hands. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Everybody, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Govinda Jaya Jaya, Gopal Jaya Jaya. 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 Radha Ramana Hari, Govinda Jaya Jaya. Radha Ramana Hari, Govinda Jaya Jaya. Nitai Gauranga Jaya, Nitai Gauranga. Nitai Gauranga Jaya, Nitai Gauranga.
Gora 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 Hare Gora 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 Hare Nityanand Ram Jaya Nityanand Ram Nityanand Ram Jaya Nityanand Ram Jai Sachinandana Gora Hare Jai Sachinandana Gora Hare Gora 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 Hare Gora 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 Hare Gauranga Gauranga Gaura Hare Gauranga 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Oh Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Jai Radha Radhanat Radha Radhanat Radhe Jai Radhe Radhe Jai Radhe Radhe Jai Shri Radhe Jai Shri Radhe Jai Radha Damodar Radhe Jaya Giri Govardhan Giri Govardhan Jaya Giri Govardhan Jaya Gora Hari Jaya Gora Hari Gora Hari Jaya Gora Hari Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Everyone please put your hands in the air Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Nittai Gaura Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Nittai Gaura Hari Bol Hari Bol Nittai Gaur Hari Bol Hari Bol Nittai Gaur Hari Bol नमस्ते नरशृङ्गाय प्रहलाद लाद दाहिने हिरण्यकशिपूर्वक्षः हिरण्यकशिपूर्वक्षः श्रीलताङ्का नकालाहे हितो नरसिंह परतो नरसिंह यतो यतो यामि ततो नरसिंह बाहिर नरसिंह हृदय नरसिंह बाहिर नरसिंह हृदय नरसिंह ओ नरसिंह मदिं शरणं प्रपद्ये नरसिंह मदिं शरणं नरसिंह मदिं शरणं प्रपद्ये तव कर कमलवरे नखा अद्भुत शृङ्गा दलिता हिरण्यकशिपु तनुभृङ्गा केशवतीर्था नरहरिरूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे एवरीबॉडी केशवतीर्था नरहरिरूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव जय प्रहलाद महाराज प्रहलाद महाराज प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद जय जय गुरुदेव 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 जय जय गुरुदेव निताय गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल निताय गौर हरि बोल
जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य Ashtotara Sata Shri Srimad His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki ISKCON founder BBT founder Srila Prabhupada ki Jai Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parivrajikacharya Ashtotara Sata Shri Srimad His Divine Grace Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur ki Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki